Hello everyone. So my name is Vishal Yadav and then I'm doing a presentation on the failure of Virgin Airlines in Australia. So my main problem statement here is the drop in sales and revenue for Virgin Airlines because the company reported losses of about $681 million in 2018 and subsequently around 350 million in 2019. So Virgin was facing a lot of financial issues, so which decreased its sales. And there are two major reasons behind the this problem they are going through. Is first is customer dissatisfaction, where the customer service wasn't up to the mark, and customers were not happy with the airline. And next is, Virgin Airline has not been, updated or up to the date to use the advanced and trending automation techniques, where they could, excel in their processes and operations by using them and, utilize the benefits of these techniques. So I have done some qualitative and quantitative analysis here. So first is the SWOT analysis, where I've shown the strength of the company, which carried about the, the brand name of the Virgin Airlines, where Virgin Airlines focused on quality, on the continuous improvements, as it is a 4-star certified airlines, which is mentioned in the Skytrax journal, where it gives the ratings to the airlines. So the weakness is about this: it's already suffering from financial crisis, and there is a poor differentiation in Virgin Airlines, as it lacked in creating, different product categories among the customers, which is one another reason for the downfall. Opportunities here is, the investments could be done in artificial intelligence to improve decision making, and to focus on sustainability of operations. They can actually look at the example provided by the Air New Zealand, who has been continuously focusing on reduction of carbon off print, where, the waste is minimized and it gives you fuel efficiency. Next analysis is about the revenue route analysis. As you can see in this picture on right hand side, the most profitable route is Melbourne to Sydney, which would give you the most revenue in to the airlines. So next is distributive analysis, which says, that, look, I'll give you example on this. Like Australian passengers might choose to fly with Qantas over Virgin because they have the great service like in-flight meals and entertainment, which satisfies the customers, and they are ready to pay the higher price. So that's how it works for them. So here respondent analysis is like, there is a survey being done, like how many people want to use Qantas or Virgin, because they said even if it's cheapest, but if they are not happy with their customer choices and preferences, they would go and choose the Qantas over Virgin. And customer satisfaction retention plays an important role to, lift up any productivity of any of the airline companies. And the research suggests that, it lies in the effective complaint handling. So if so a Virgin need to follow a standardized, document complaint handling process, which it will lift up their customer services. In the next slide, I am talking about the findings. Like first of the finding is this: they are incorporating an unstable business model with, investing too much in the business classes and expensive lounges, which added fuel to the fire because they were already suffering big losses due to loss of customers and sales subsequently. And loss of customers also one of the major downfalls, because the behavior of the board crew, on board crew, they didn't do well with the customers, so the customers were not satisfied with the services provided. And the obviously the huge pandemic of corona has, made it worse for the airline business, especially for Virgin, and it has brought it to its knees because of the lockdown. There are no flights, and the Virgin has gone into voluntarily administration. So all the airlines around the world nowadays, because of COVID, are, restructuring their policies and plans to, refinance themselves. Now, solutions I have proposed here is for the problem of getting more profits and increasing the revenue for the airline company Virgin. So first of all, artificial intelligence is the trending automation technique where they can learn from the Qantas airlines who have already been using artificial techniques for the flight disruption management, and which gives them feedbacks about that too. Similarly, Virgin can also use the artificial algorithms for pattern reorganization, schedule making, mapping of the distance, and the customer feedback analysis has been can be done by that. So they can also understand the nature of the customer through artificial intelligence. So Virgin Airlines can build an artificial intelligence where they can collect the data about the the route's distance, how far is the route, and about the weather conditions, which would give them a competitive advantage over the other airlines who hasn't incorporated these techniques yet. So I would give an example that an airline can rely on these collected data, like day before of the departure, if there is a empty seat, Virgin Airline can contact the persons who couldn't book the seats because they were full, so they can give them in the convenient prices that would give them customer retention, and customer would be happy with that. And for the revenue management, they can rely on the fuel consumption analysis, where they have very much to learn from Qantas, because they have been using artificial intelligence in their route. Because for enhancing the services, they can actually use the artificial intelligence techniques by adopting to improve its services, where Virgin management can actually simulate everything from the new flight paths to to different engine configurations, as well as determining the weather patterns and how's the traffic conditions. Cloud computing is the other solution I have provided with, which would give the increased customer satisfaction in the Virgin Airlines. So this technology can prove very fruitful to them, because they can actually it will actually make them flexible to spend less on the fuel. And because through cloud, the information and the data would be stored in the cloud, and it could be retrieved very quickly and fastly, reducing the manpower requirements and decreasing the operation cost of the airline operations. Also, the unplanned maintenance operations really gives high cost to the operations cost. So there, Virgin Airline can use the artificial intelligence powered analytics, which can detect anomalies in the plane and before the plane flies, which will save them a lot of money. And also, instead of running the flights to routes with fewer passengers, they can use the collected data of most revenue generating routes, and fly on those routes. And also, to tackle the COVID-19, they can actually maintain social distancing by appointing a AI assistant, where customer inquiry would be done through voice command, facial recognition, to verify the passenger, which would subsequently also reduce the manpower and contribute to the airline profit. And the data modeling techniques are going to be very helpful as well for them, because the recommendation from my solution would be that the people who have been um, booking the tickets, and and with how much luggage they travel, and what are their tastes and what are their preferences, can come under the observation. And that would also help Virgin Airline to incorporate those patterns into their collected data and work subsequently to increase their standards. So cloud services would actually allow the airline staff to access the data and complete majorly most of the task at one time, which will enhance the productivity of the airline staff. subsequently giving the customer satisfaction, as their request would be processed without any delay. They don't have to come and interact with humans. It would be done remotely. And one more of the thing is like cloud-based systems have been able to reduce these costs of operations significantly by having the calibrating machine tools, because tooling is the most important thing in airlines business, which incurs lot of cost. So considering Qantas has been the first in the aviation industry to incorporate this technique, because they are using this sustainable competitive advantage, because they have scaled up their services. And and if Virgin follows that, they won't have to buy the expensive servers and hardware devices to manage their infrastructure, and actually leading to eliminate the administrative and maintenance cost, which is gonna be really good for them. And these little suggested moves can help the airline for a stable financial comeback, with achieving sustainability for a long term, also getting the high standards of customer service. And this is Virgin's business competitive strategy, where they can achieve sustainability. How they can how they can achieve the sustainability is about a differentiation strategy can be used by them, where they would have the new techniques of in-flight meals, where a customer would be more attracted towards it. So they can implement it in two phases, where they would be first of all they would introduce the in-flight meals. Like there is a Japanese airline which have got 5 stars in this Skytrax rating, so they can do that. And secondly, Virgin has a special service design, so they should add more priority. Like for example, they should prioritize the health of the customers, so that would give them the overall good review. Benefit of this strategy would be it would be chosen by most customers, and Virgin would become renowned again, known politically and financially, and the customer service would exceed its standards and expectations of the customers. However, there is a limitation to this strategy, that though it is very convenient, but it would reduce the people at the front desk jobs, like they would lose their jobs. And also when airline would have to order more planes, it would pollute the environment, which would be a bad effect on the climate. And also there is a pressure of competitiveness from other airlines like Qantas, Jetstar, because they would also want to copy their model. And to my contribution to the solution would be that in terms of the recommendation, that the Virgin Airlines should invest in the trending technologies like artificial intelligence, then investing in the lifetime continuous expenditure. So manpower must have to be replaced with these technologies. And so customer satisfaction and retention is going to be the one of the features, how they are going to achieve the sustainability through my solution, as the customer complaint mechanism would be installed, which they would work on. And to handle the revenue, which was the main issue of Virgin Airlines, that they couldn't generate enough revenue due to less sales, they can be efficiently managed by actually starting again with the low cost carrier service, because initially Virgin was a low cost carrier services, then it diversified itself. So, and it would also select the appropriate busiest route with maximum passengers, and the profit generated should bring them back on the table. And so this would actually help Virgin to recover from COVID as well, and support them in building a sustainable business model. Also, one more recommendation, or you can say feature of my work, is that they should focus on operational sustainability as well. Like the waste should be minimized of, and there should be reduction in the offset emissions of carbon, and use of biofuel can also help them to reduce their operational cost, and they would achieve cost minimization, which will help in the growth of the business. So conclude, I would say that these trending technologies are widely used by different airlines as of now, and the competitors are tremendously progressing. So Virgin also needs to cover up the losses pretty quickly, and apply all the cost cutting methods wherever it is possible. So main aim of the airline should be to return into the market without looking to compete as of now. And for the metrics to measure all the improvement and growth of business should be customer and employee satisfaction, customer retention and engagement, and the a tab on the increasing sales and revenue should be good enough for the betterment of the organization. Thank you so much.